Vin, Fast and the Furious is the greatest car culture franchise of all time. You are back, and Dominic Toretto has given so much to so many people over the course of 20 years. Looking back, I am so curious. What has he given you?
Everything.
Good night, everybody.
There's so many blessings that have come from this franchise. When I came to that epiphany that it wasn't just about what roles I wanted to do, but there was more significance than even I imagined in just playing a role, I delved wholeheartedly in.
It's an amazing opportunity. The franchise is already globally successful and spans across the world without my involvement. It's a wonderful opportunity to be invited into something so successful.
Besides carefully, how does an accomplished director like yourself even begin to direct a fight scene between John Cena and Vin Diesel?
Woo! It was interesting on this one because John was the new member of the family. He was such a great guy, humble, hardworking. He knew that he was going to get tested. Vin, on the other side, knew that he had to bottle up that energy so for on the day it could be real. And so it was really interesting because they're both amazing human beings, but up until that scene, I always felt like there was a little tension, and so I give each of them so much credit for really holding on to that, so that on the day when we went for it, it was unleashing of this pent-up energy that's been in there for the whole run.
Is it true you're doing Fast 10 in January?
Doing Fast 10, Part 1 and Part 2, the finale of the saga in January.
Does Dominic need a long-lost brother? Because I feel like this could be a thing.
You got a John Cena thing going on. I think it could happen.
Thank you. The Torettos have been shrouded in mystery for the last kind of 20 years. Did the fans get to learn anything different this go around? Is there anything you can share?
They learn a lot. Part of what I loved about 9 is the way we travel through time a little bit. There's one sequence where there are flashbacks to Mia and Dom and Jakob's dad and what happened there, because from having watched all the films, that Dom went through a lot of trauma, but then now it's kind of explained what happened, and I think that's really, really gratifying for the fans.
If you were to take one car from this series and get to own it in real life, which car would you take off set?
Well, I would love to take the Charger.
Okay.
And then I would also we had some pretty unbelievable, I'm a huge Range Rover fan.
Nice.
So I would like to take and it's usually the villains that are driving them, so I'd like to take all of those.
I think Dom Toretto's got dibs on the Charger, so I'm gonna give him that. Actually, you know what? There's a really interesting scene having to do with a noble in F9, and Helen is driving that, so that in itself, I think the paint scheme has a sub-story behind it. I think the driver is awesomely interesting, and where it is being driven is also really important too. I think I'll take that Noble.
That really big armored truck at the end, I would take that, because you could make that into sections. You could have your living room, and then a bedroom, and then a lounge area. You could convert it. You know how people convert school buses into travel homes? I would do that with that bus and have just epic road trips.
All the fans will be heading to Regal to see this movie on the big screen where it belongs.
Well said.
But not only are they going to Regal, they're going with their children. 2 generations
Beautifully
going. What would you like to say to them?
Beautifully, beautifully put. I would like to say this movie has been created with that in mind.
Welcome back to the movies. Really, I thank you to everybody for your support. Thank you to Regal Cinemas for being the vehicle to get this vehicle out to the world. Man, it's something we've been without for what seems like so long, and something we're all eager to get back to doing, and that's going back to the movies. So thank you, Regal, and thank you everybody out there that's enjoying this movie the way it should be, and that's in the movies.
Because this movie reminds us of what's the most important thing in this world.
And speaking of, can we do a little cameo, a little exclusive here with the coolest kids ever?
Oh, they're so cool.
They are, yeah.
I trust you. I trust you, Matt.
All
Only
right,
you,
tell
Matt.
me really quick, what is the best thing about your dad?
A lot of the times in the movies, he's really serious.
Yeah.
But when you really know him, he's just like really sweet and funny. Yeah.
Amazing. Is he the best dad ever?
Yeah.
You're welcome. Venmo me $20, please. Thank you. You're the new generation of Fast and the Furious
Yes.
fans. Nice work. Congratulations, you are the best.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.